up the podcast. We got the nerd button on repeat and we're gonna smash. Come on in and I can show you that we're open. Shoe polish on our signs cause our locks are always broken. You need that view askew? You know we got you, dude. Showing gratitude and always smiling, never rude. Top 5 movie reviews and what's new. We bring in all the big guns when we coming through. Welcome to the stage. Come on, enjoy the taste. Hurry up, don't come in late. You know we love it the sacred stage.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to another episode, a live episode of Live from the Secret Stash.
Not even live-ish.
Not even live-ish today. It's actually live. I am one of 3 hosts, Christian Cortez, joined always by...
I am Michael Zapsik, and not to my right, but sitting on my couch, the lovely and talented...
Julia Zapsik. Hello,
Hey,
everybody.
how are you? How's everybody doing?
I'm great. I am great.
You're
I am,
great?
I'm home because Michael has another podcast after this show. And
quite
as
popular.
much as I love the stash, and I really do,
Mhm.
I had other stuff I had to do after this podcast, so I could not stay. So here I am, joining from afar. What an amazing thing is modern technology. And how am I doing? I'm great. I cannot wait to welcome people this weekend. We've been working like nuts to get everything all spick and span and set up and ready to welcome guests to the Secret Stash press signing. So excited to share some of these great books with people.
We are sold out. And guess what I'm going to do right now, hon?
What are you going to do?
Because this is... I'm going to spoil it. I'm going to spoil... We had a surprise. Kevin likes posters.
Kevin likes posters.
Yeah, that's not the surprise. Well, everyone knows Kevin Smith likes posters.
No,
So,
I don't think. I don't think the Smodcastle proves that at all.
Not even a little bit. So we've got posters about the event. We had special. Our men, Clay and Juan, came up with really kick-ass posters for the event, and we got them in full color and blue line.
Was that the ones that I got to see the sneak peek of?
Yes, you did.
Yeah. they're
However,
awesome.
and you also got to see the sneak peek of what I was keeping under wraps until now. And I only made.
Can I interject one thing
Yeah.
about the event posters? So for anybody who has seen the promotional stuff that we did for the event, that same image, that same full poster image, it looks like a comic book indicia. That's the poster. And then, yeah, like Michael said, we were so enamored of what it looked like in the blue line, you know, which we looked at and gave notes to, that we asked them to produce one in blue line as well as full color. And they are super limited. I think, Michael, you only had them print.
We only have 30 of them.
Yeah, because we have people, we know we have our peeps that are like true collectors, and we wanted to give people a chance to grab something that was truly, you know,
Limited.
So
Yeah.
yeah, absolutely.
That once it's gone, it's gone.
Yeah, once it's gone, it is gone. And I only have 75. And I love this because I went old school. I dragged this stuff. I made Ming Chen send me files from like back in the archaic days when they made mimeograph machines and stuff. No, it wasn't that bad. But I had him send us over the files because that night, the night of the signing, they're also doing a Clerks cartoon screening marathon of all the Clerks cartoons.
All 6 episodes.
Yes. Well, I mean, they should have had more, but
WABC.
David Mandel was one of the lead guys on that.
Mm-hmm.
So, we've got a set of 5 original poster prints from back in the old days. They made 7 of them. We decided to just make 75 of these, pull it out of retirement, digital retirement. And I printed up Jay, Silent Bob, Randall and Dante, and Bear Who Drive Car. Now, you might say, oh, that's really cool, Mike. But the Bear Who Drive Car is signed.
Oh,
the Bear
go
Who
get
Drive
one.
Car.
You have to show it now.
All
You
right.
have to go show it. It's so freaking cute.
It's signed.
So I will be stealing all of these because they're mine now. Sorry, everybody who was looking forward to grabbing one, but now you have to go through me because I'm keeping all these. What?
They are super, super cool. They are super,
There we go.
super cool.
They come in these nice folders.
Jules, we're gonna solo our layout, but you'll still be there, so don't worry. We're just
There we
gonna.
go.
All right. Oh my God, these look so cool.
Kevin. Jason. These are all suitable for framing, by the way, folks. We have Randall.
Oh my God, they look awesome.
And we have Dante.
And now the one we're all hyped for. Come on.
Look at that.
That's awesome.
Isn't that adorable?
Can I here? Tell me how I'm doing. I'm gonna show him the signature.
Oh, I love it so much. Don't show it too much because then you don't want people to copy. Oh man.
I love
Yeah.
it.
That's
I
so
love it.
good.
Now, but the thing is, you have no idea how much fucking honeycomb we had to have available for Bear
Oh my God, that little
while he
bastard.
was signing that. He
What a
was a
big bastard,
fucking
son of a
diva.
bitch.
Let me just tell you, that Bear. Really.
That
Seriously.
goddamn bear.
I mean, adorable, but kind of a diva.
So
At least he could drive himself there. God.
they're only for sale here at the
This
stash.
is true. This is true.
They're only at the stash, and there's only how many of them?
They're only 75 sets.
Mhm.
So, kids,
So yeah, you got to be here or know somebody. You know.
I mean, I know somebody, so
Maybe.
I know a couple people.
Yeah. Well,
So,
Very lucky.
it might just
we
cost
will
you a
have-
couple hundred.
for those folks who couldn't get away and join us at the signing event, though,
Yes.
we will have some signed copies of the hardcovers available online for folks and in store, correct, after the event?
Yes. Call us after the event on Tuesday. Do not call me on Monday. You call me on Monday. No, don't call me
Actually, don't
Tuesday
call
either.
on Tuesday
Call me
either.
on
'cause the
Wednesday.
store's closed.
Actually, no, you can't call me until they hit shelves because technically we're breaking street date, but it's okay because it's Kevin.
Well, and
Because
it's
he
an
is-
event. It's an event.
Well,
and
no,
we were-
it's okay to break street date because we got special permission.
yes.
So
it's
I
true.
can't break street date after that, but I will have them for sale when street date happens. So I think it's 2 weeks. Wait a minute, hold on.
And we'll let everybody know. Yeah, we'll
We'll
go
let
out.
you
We'll
know.
put something out on social media to let everyone know that they're available.
Yes,
Mhm.
Yeah.
yes, we will. And if it just so happens that it is on July 5th that they're available, then so be it. We'll put something up on the 4th.
Okay.
So I'm very excited about that, folks. And this is amazing to me because I can't believe I kept this secret for so long.
Yeah, you've been working on this for a minute.
Yeah.
Like you showed me that sneak peek almost 2 months ago.
Yes.
Yeah. But like knowing what it was coming, I was like, oh, people are gonna love this.
Yeah, they're
So
gonna love it. So
I'm excited for you. I
For-
think that those are gonna be, especially because that style of art people really latched onto for the
Oh, of
Clerks
course.
cartoon.
Oh my God,
Steven
yeah.
Silver, he's an amazing character designer. So
Yeah.
anything that highlights his work and Clerks, oh come on.
damn straight. And I got the thumbs up from Jordan Monsanto, who Jason Muse's wife, Mrs. J. Actually,
The boss.
he should be Mr. Jordan.
Yeah, that's pretty much
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because she's just like the brains.
Awesome.
She's the brains. And, you don't do something without getting permission. And I kept this a secret from Kevin, too.
Oh
So,
shit.
yeah.
So,
Well,
so surprise.
I know, surprise, Cap. But Jordan's like, go for it. Yeah, do it. And hopefully he's going to be happy because I wanted to do something special for the Clerks Marathon. So surprise, Kevin. Kevin, if he shows up in our feeds like, what? You fucking asshole.
What'd you do that for?
Stop
trying to upstage us.
I am
Hey
Mr.
kids,
Julia.
it's me, Kevin Smith. So Mike Zapsik is fired. And
Welcome-
Christian is now the new lead at Jay Silent Bob's Secret Stash.
Now I think that there's a pecking order
Yeah,
here.
I'm way down the line.
No, you can be number 2. Julia's number 2.
Man, I'm lucky if I'm number 7.5. Not even fully 7.
Well, Christian has been doing his
Such small
homework.
feet.
So, yep, he has been doing his homework.
Christopher Hewitt wants to know, are you guys going to see the new Indiana Jones movie this week? I am.
Oh, you're a bastard. I'm probably gonna. It's on Thursday or Friday.
Yeah, tomorrow there are screenings. There's early screenings. Ernie, I know, is seeing it tomorrow, but we are actually hosting a surprise last-minute event at Smog Castle Cinemas. Watch with Kev, Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny. So Friday, grab your tickets. That'll be Friday. Grab your tickets.
Grab your tickets for Friday, people.
But yeah, I'm excited for it.
Can we announce that we have?
Yeah, we're not alone in the stash today.
You know, we're not alone.
We have a lone audience member.
We have an audience.
Yeah,
it's so awesome, and not just you folks out there. We've got. Say hi, Jesse.
Hi. It was. I hope the good people heard that. It was good.
Come on over. You can
come say hello.
Come on over and say hello.
So
hi,
Jesse,
everyone.
So
I'm Jesse.
So Jesse's trying to take my job.
Jesse wants, yes.
No, okay. We'll talk about this. No, I'm just fucking with you. No, but it's great to meet you. It is very interesting having a live audience member, because now I'm like, do I purposely try and make funny jokes? And then I'm like, no, because every time I do, it sucks. So sorry. It's gonna be terrible. I'm gonna have to hit the applause button for you every time, okay? So anytime I hit this button and it turns red, you have to clap for me.
Yeah,
that's just how it goes.
Well, I went over this with you before we went on. Yeah. For God's sakes, come on.
I thought Mike gave you the gist.
I did, and I thought that Jesse understood, but whatever. Okay, Jess. Thanks, buddy. I heard a dog.
I did hear a dog. Is that my boy Doc?
All right, good.
That is Doc. Hey, Doc, come here, baby.
No,
come here.
Oh, this is awful.
No, it's not. This is my homie.
Yeah.
Come here.
Now you don't understand, man. Me and Doc, we're like the best.
He's camera shy today.
That's true, actually. So we went to what's up with him? That little. He's a rodent of unusual size. So we did something unique today. We went out for lunch, Jules and I. We almost never do. We usually brown bag it. But today was, let's treat ourselves. What the hell? We went up to Sally Boy's Pizza.
How was it?
Amazing! Sally Boy's Pizza. It was good. Fantastic pizza. And not only that, but the walk down was amazing.
Did they have the little side window open? Because they have.
They might have, but we
went in.
We went down and in. But we were walking down, and Red Bank is such an incredibly diverse town, and such an incredibly
we got good eats.
We got not just the eats, but just the people.
Mm-hmm.
Some of the friendliest folk you'll ever meet. It's insane. And we met a couple of people. Just this one guy had a beautiful German Shepherd, and we're just like, oh my God, that's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
I do love Red Bank. I love Red Bank at this time of year.
Yeah,
because I love when all the restaurants are when all the restaurants are open, when they shut down part of the street, which is a new thing. But
since COVID, yes.
Since COVID, but I like that they've kind of kept it.
But it's not the first time that I've seen that, because if you sit in Sally Boys, they have pictures of Red Bank, and there's a picture of the boat show, and they have boats just parked in the middle of Broad Street.
Oh yeah, in the good old days.
Old days, yeah, like 1950s, 1960s. I'm like, holy shit, there's Nadelsons. I mean, wow, that's amazing.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they still have some pretty cool stuff. For instance, Christian, you might get a kick out of this if you're in town. Michael and Sunday Jeff on the 9th of July are going to be making 2 awards at the Red Bank Firemen's Car Show this year. The Stash is sponsoring two trophies, right, Michael?
We are.
Yep, for 2 cars. Cool. And he and Sunday Jeff are going to go and present them. So that's
we kind of had to.
Yeah, so Red Bank's no boats though, but
we're not gonna tell why, but yeah, we kind of had to. It's awesome. And no, that transporting those boats not through this town. We're good about transporting boats through our town, Chris McDonald.
Just maybe not Red Bank.
Yeah, just not Atlantic Collins. Maybe just not Atlantic Collins.
Oh my God.
So Ashley, how's
Wait, Ashley, what is that comment? Oh, they're arguing in the comments about bear junk, and I wasn't acknowledging it, and I'm like, I don't know why I did now. Right. But there's been some cool comic book news that's been happening since we've gotten a chance to talk about some stuff.
There has.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of cool stuff has happened, and particularly, I'm excited about this. We have our new Superman and Lois.
We do.
And I really like this casting choice.
Why don't you pull them up?
I shall. So this is for James Gunn's Superman Legacy. And it's just for now the casting choice for Clark Kent and Lois Lane. And
who's going to play Superman? I
you really enjoyed that one, didn't you?
did. That was a good one.
I'm just pulling it up.
David Corenswet.
And Rachel Brosnan.
Rachel Brosnan she is amazing. The first time I ever saw her was in The Good Wife.
She was in there?
Yeah, she played I believe she was in The Good Wife. She played somebody who was she was really, really good in it. So you can check. I don't remember what she did, but she was
just
so
in
great
it and
she was
good and
amazing.
fine, and there we go.
And there you are. But I fell in love with her and honey, don't be jealous, because
Marvelous.
The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel was. It was such an amazing comedy, and it was such an amazing cast. Like Alex Borstein, I love.
Like everybody worked together well.
It just meshed.
Like even characters that weren't supposed to like each other. I was like, what?
Yeah.
Yes,
exactly.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh man. So apparently they are now our go-to choices for Superman and Lois, and apparently their audition was just so amazing to James that he was like, I can't believe I didn't consider this from the beginning. I'm happy with this. Like, this is a great start to the Gods and Monsters plan that he's got.
Fantastic. Yes.
Yeah.
I got to say that Rachel Brosnan is that how you say it? Brosnahan? Is that
Brosnahan?
Brosnahan?
Yeah, I think Brosnahan. That sounds like it works.
Yeah, whatever. However you say it, Rachel. She's very pretty, but that's not Lois isn't like drop dead gorgeous. She's pretty, but you need spunk. Like Mary Tyler Moore would have been a perfect Lois Lane back in like 1972 because she had spunk, right?
Yeah.
Like you need that level of spunk. And it's so funny because we were watching the documentary, "The Death of the Return of Superman."
Oh, great
by John Schnepp.
Rest in peace.
Who God love him. He was. I love John. I knew John personally. We would see him out at Stanley's Kamikaze every time we went out there. Every time we went out to California, he'd be there, and he came to the stash like a bunch of times. He's like, "Yeah, I'm out in New York. I just wanted to, me and Holly were hanging out, his fiance, and." Just a lovely guy, a lovelier guy you will never find.
He seemed like someone who you would have a lot of fun geeking out with.
I did because we hit the floor at Kamikaze a couple of times, and it was just like he's like, "You go, man." He like dove on a pile of like dollar books. I'm like, "All right, John." He's like, "Go ahead, leave without me." I'm like, "Oh my god," So
I met him the year before he passed at a New York Comic Con, and he was one of the nicest people.
I'm telling you, right?
He was so cool.
Just so like he's a big teddy bear. He came up to me. He's like, "Oh my god, you don't know me," but I'm like, "You're John Schnepp. Of course I know you." He's like, "Holy shit, you know me?" I'm like, "Yes," and oh my god, you know who I am. So it's like we were nerding out to each other. So,
and the cat they chose to play Superman, David. Again, last name's butchering, but I'm just Cornsweet. There we go.
Love it. Cornsweet.
He was a lead on this Netflix show called Hollywood, and I actually really dug Hollywood. He was the lead in that show. Hollywood, he was pretty good in. A lot of the stuff that I'm like looking in that he's appeared in, I'm like, oh, like the roles he's stuck out in, I'm like, he's done a pretty damn good job. So you know what? I actually like that he's not like this humongous actor. I like that Superman will probably guide him into that celebrity status.
That's really cool. I'm hoping that he takes, and this is really funny because I heard this like very late in life. Well, very, very late in life. Like I heard this like 2 weeks ago that Christopher Reeve, when he was doing Superman, and Richard Donner was having big problems with the Salkins. Like they were butting heads, and they wouldn't let Richard Donner do what he wanted to do. It was Superman 1 and 2 were going to be one film, and then he was going to go beyond that and do something else. So it was going to be like, if you see the Richard Donner cut, sort of what he had in mind, but he was going to chop it into 2 films. And but shit happens in Hollywood. But Christopher Reeve, when he came back, because they were filmed almost consecutively. It was like a 3-month break where they went on tour for Superman the movie, yeah. And he came back to finish up, and he got a taste of celebrity. So he's talking shit about Jack Halloran, the guy who played Non, the fucking like 22-foot monster who played Non. And he said something. And,
wait, Christopher Reeves was talking shit?
Yeah. And Jack, yeah. All, 178 pounds of him. And Jack Halloran's like, what? Like topping out of 260?
Just towering.
And he's
over
just towering. And he's like,
what did you say?
Yeah. I'm sorry, Gardner. What'd you say there? And like almost threw him through a wall. And everyone's like, no, not his face. So I was like, whoa.
At least not his face.
Yes. And he said, Chris, you're a good guy. He said, well, he's like, no, Chris, you're not a good guy because you were talking shit about me. Like, but I hope you learn these people saved your life. And, I guess I was like,
yes,
whoa,
they did.
Yikes. So yeah, and then I'm hoping he learned a little bit of humility from that. And so
you would hope so, right?
You would
Like
hope
after an encounter like that where you get real humbled.
Yes, you do get real humbled.
I mean, to be fair, like after that, when did that supposedly occur?
79,
79.
1980.
So then, like, I'm thinking of like everything that I've heard about Christopher Reeves behind the scenes, and I'm like, I've heard nothing but excellent things. So I'm like, it was probably from that point on.
Oh, of course, yes. It's like, all right, dude, you know what? When you poop yourself in public and everyone's around going, I think he just pooped himself. Then yeah, you're like, I'm gonna be as nice to everybody as I possibly can.
So what about that time you pooped yourself? I mean, hey, it happens to everybody.
It does,
Jules is like, no, it doesn't. People,
no, people shouldn't poop themselves ever.
Don't be a dick to people, especially when you're a public figure. It's that simple. And Christopher Reeves learned. I like that story. I like when, I know it's not like a major event in history, but I like it when Hollywood people get humbled.
Yeah.
It's like, get down here, Superman. You stop hovering for a second.
And it should happen to all of us. We all get everybody gets humbled at one point or another in your life.
It's how you deal with it.
Yeah.
And move forward.
It's, how you go forward with it.
Either you unfortunately, people either tend to wallow in the fucking shame of it, or the right way to go about it is just walk away with the lesson that changed you.
And make your apologies. That's pretty much it. So, right, honey?
Yeah, Jules approved.
Or she's muted herself.
That's probably it.
Smart woman.
Yeah, she's probably like, I have nothing.
Yeah, there was a little bit of excitement. The dogs saw the other dogs outside, so I figured I would spare everyone their conversation.
The doc barks. Understood.
Yep.
So Engelbert, yes, that's why.
Yeah, that's clearly why he's not doing movies anymore.
Why he doesn't do movies anymore.
So that is exactly why.
Yes, that was very poor taste.
Oh my god.
I know. Oh, yikes!
Did you really just say that?
Wait a second. Could this be one of those opportunities to employ that new national holiday that we want to implement?
Oh,
very good. All right, so next point of order.
Oh my god. Okay, I'm pulling it up on Twitter. You lead with this, Jules.
So now we have this lovely thing where, like, whenever we're scrolling through social media and we see something that we think is like cool or funny or interesting that we want to talk about on the podcast, we're texting each other. So I texted Michael a copy of this last night. We just shared it with Christian when he got in. So there is apparently a a ritual, a celebration, an event that happens. And Michael, you probably have it in front of. Hold on,
I will. Hold on. I'm pulling it up right now.
The small Peruvian town of Santo Tomas.
Yes, there you go. The small Peruvian town of Santo Tomas
Celebrates.
celebrates. And I'm going to butcher it, so apologies to the native speakers of Quechua, but Takan Akwai, and it roughly translates
Takanakoi.
to hit each other, right? On December 25th, men, women, and children.
To Englishify it, it's beat the shit out of each other day.
Hit each other, yeah, every December 25th. I like this so much more than just us standing around
Celebrating
about
the New Year.
the birth of Christ.
Yeah.
And
The
then
birth
you
of a dude who
and then
lived
you get
2,000 years
wasted
ago.
together, and
How about-
then you like drink and party together, and
Yeah.
you bury the hatchet and start the new year.
Exactly.
Clean slate.
How about you, instead of celebrating a gentleman who may or may not have lived 2,000 years ago, scholars aren't clear.
Air your grievances.
You get out there and you beat the shit out of the guy who pissed you off last week. I think that's, and it's like, do you ever see when somebody gets bit by a snake, they cut them and they suck the poison out?
Yeah,
Yeah,
they try.
yeah, they try. Well,
try.
some people try. Depends on where you bit. Yeah.
Yes, it does.
Yeah, get the bad shit out and bring the
Start
good
the
shit
new
back
year
in.
fresh. But I love this. Like it's just such a clean cut, like just straightforward. Like you and me got a problem. We're gonna deal with it today because I'm not going into the new year with this problem. I love that. Like they're just like, you know what? We're gonna beat the shit out of each other
I love
today,
it
and then
too.
we're
I
gonna
love
drink
it too,
tomorrow.
but you know what? We could never do that. That's going to last as long as there are no lawyers in the town where this event happens. Because can you imagine? It's like, you're like having a beat down with somebody and they trip and fall and they hit their head and they get a concussion and whatever happens. Now they think they're a puppy for the rest of their lives and their
Good.
family sues the shit out of you, like into oblivion. So,
That is-
that's what happened.
They aired their grievance. Sorry, they fucked
That's
around
what
and found out.
Yeah.
So you'd have to also
We beat
suspend
you a Merry
right to
Christmas.
for that day, right? You'd have to suspend the right to sue. So whatever happens, if you partake, it's on you. You get the shit beat out of you. Someone breaks your nose. You go flying off the edge of a cliff.
It's the tamer version of the purge. It's
Yeah.
the Festivus purge. It's like you step on this ground, you sign the waiver, you sign the consequences.
Here's the airing of the grievances, and the feats of strength are me beating the fucking piss out.
Yeah, like
And
you,
that's-
you step on the feet. It's like when there's like filming going on in public. Like sometimes they'll shut
Mhm.
down the street and they'll be like, "All right, if you walk past this sign, there's a chance you'll be in the movie, and you can't do shit about it."
Yeah.
So it's the same situation. You walk past this sign, you walk onto the field, there's a high chance you might get the shit kicked out of you.
Yeah.
So
Well, that's what happened. Yeah. If you suit up and show up,
some halls are going to get decked.
yeah.
Now I have a question. How bad does the grievance have to be? Does someone actually have to steal from me, perjure me, try to steal my husband, or right? Can it just be someone who pisses me off? Like your very existence is anathema to me. Your very existence causes me a cringe moment. Can I just like go after them and beat the crap out of them? Just
Why not?
I mean,
Yeah.
one,
Why
why
not?
not? And then, I mean, I think that this would be more or less kind of like grievances between like close friends because, like, well, one, I could understand wanting to beat the shit out of somebody who might take your spouse. Are you really going to call them a friend at the end of it, or did you just want to kick the shit out of them with no consequence?
Yeah, the second, the latter.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Well, that's
So-
like when Homer on The Simpsons, when Homer got his gun, and he's talking to Wiggum, and Wiggum says, "Yeah, you can shoot anyone who comes into your home if they break into your home." And he invites Flanders in. He's like, "It doesn't work if you invite him in. Yeah, it doesn't work if you invite him in." It's like, all right, get out of here, stupid Flanders. Oakley dokley.
I smell yearly Christmas dinner invites from Mike now, says Angry Bird Humperdinck.
I'm gonna break your jaw so you can't eat any of my food. So yeah, that'll be all right.
I mean, he'll be able to have some of that amazing barbecue sauce, so it's still fine. It's just like
Yeah.
It'll just be a liquid diet
Yeah,
for a little
you
bit.
could drink it. Yeah, I'll get you a straw.
I mean, I'm about this. I would like let me know in the
No
comments,
gifts,
people.
just fists. I like it.
Oh my
No
god.
gifts, just fists. It almost rhymes. I love it. Thank you, Beth.
Now, let me know in the comments because I would totally be okay with this. Like, if it was an event, you step on the field, you expect some shit, I'm in. Like me and my buddy step on the field, be like, yo, I know you have my sweater from like 2 years ago, and I want that shit back. No, I don't. Whap! Yes, you do. You give me my shit back. Oh man. Well, dead men tell no. Jesus Christ, Mark.
Yeah, seriously, it's taken a little far, but
We're not talking about
Mark-
killing nobody.
Well, maybe Mark's anger runs pretty fucking deep.
That's the Halloween edition.
Yeah, you should go for Halloween, buddy.
Yeah.
And Mark, remember what I said? If you're gonna bury a body, bury it straight down.
And then you ask.
Don't go this way. Don't go 6 feet across. Go 6 feet down. And as a matter of fact, go 8 feet down, and about 3 feet, put a dead dog there. A dead dog that you didn't kill, but just happened to pass away of natural causes. Because
like
one
roadkill.
thing I will not tolerate is animal cruelty.
Yeah.
Human cruelty, fine. Fucking A. We're replete with it. There's plenty to go around.
2 men enter.
Yes.
1 man leaves. Enter the Smod Dome, says Stuart
There you
Creed.
go.
Enter the Smod Dome.
No, why would it be Smod Dome? Doesn't have to be. Not everything has to be Smod. Why can't Stash Dome? Like Stash Dome.
Stash Dome. Everyone who walks into the stash on December
Seriously,
25th. Get their shit right.
seriously, everybody's giving Ernie way too much shit and way too much like stuff. Stop.
Oh,
The Stash Dome.
Anthony Castro, I've been celebrating Fistmas for years now. Fistmas.
That's very Anthony. You sound like an alcoholic after my own heart.
Oh my god. Not Festivus, Fistmas. Oh my god. Animal cruelty, you get purged. I agree, Beth. I agree wholeheartedly. Lock, stock, and barrel. I have nothing else to add to that.
Yes.
Y'all are so wrong. Gonna give some nutty people bad ideas. What's wrong? I don't see any of this as a bad idea. This is
I
just
know.
airing grievances.
Yeah.
If you want to make it a bad idea, that's your own problem.
Pick that up.
This one? This one?
That one.
Mike has spent way too much time thinking about how to hide bodies.
Yeah. Thinking.
You want to host the show now, man?
That
I'm
might all be
scared.
true. That might all be true.
I don't get a lot of sleep.
Okay.
Mark Lamb, Stash Fight. You just broke the first rule, Mark. We don't talk about the first rule of Stash Fight Club. You don't talk about Stash Fight Club, man. You don't leave comments. Come on, Mark. You should know better.
Hey, you know what? I'm feeling a little bit of fight music coming on. Fight music, or maybe top 5 music, or maybe
I
it's
think-
Ooh. Yes. Very, very good job of keeping us on point, woman.
We've been like killing it with the transitions today.
I'm telling you, it's great.
You know what time it is? It's time for top 5. All right, Mike. What do we got?
Oh, we got some stuff, buddy. We've got from Sex Publishing. Sexpublishing.com. What does that read like?
Sexpublishing.com.
Mise en place. Humanity has consumed every single animal on Earth. Carnivores have turned to the stars to satisfy their hunger.
Oh,
This is pretty badass. For a former cook like me, this is pretty dope. This is an I love the cover. Cover's amazing. It's beautiful. By let's find out who did the cover. Logo and cover design is Tim Daniel and Nicole Gao.
Nicole.
Gao.
Yeah.
I'm going to say Nicole Gao did the thing. But the interiors are a little more cartoony, which I dig as well.
I'm going to solo our layout just
See
so we
that
can
for
see
1
that.
second. Solo it up. Look at that. And we're going to the stars. We're grabbing creatures from the stars. And there's sort of a like the menu kind of thing going on where people get to spend a lot of money to come and eat. So yeah,
This one.
this one.
We were geeking about this one before the show started.
I'm nerding out on this one. This is Darth Vader, Black, White, and Red, number 3. So this is an anthology book using only black,
White,
and the color red.
red.
So first one is Hard Shutdown Part 3 by Jason Aaron Leonard Kirk. And it is pretty badass because these guys think that they got the drop on Darth Vader.
I'm sorry.
What he said.
That just doesn't happen.
No, ever.
Ever.
Then we have the second story is Annihilated completely by Daniel Warren Johnson. He wrote and he is the artist for it.
But then
And
there's
this-
another story.
Yeah, there's another little tidbit in here called Diplomatic Impunity by our friend Mark Bernardin.
There we go.
With art by Stefano Raphael and colors by Andres Mosa, which I would be surprised because, I mean, color, it's black, white, and red.
It's black, white,
I mean,
and
come
red.
on, buddy. But no, they use this most effectively in this, and this is really cool.
So do Black, White, and Red mainly focus on Vader stories, or is
They're
it...
all Vader. It's Darth Vader, black, white, and red.
No. Okay. So this is something then I would love to see just straight up adapted. Like, yeah, you can make little adjustments and stuff, but like, can you imagine if they did like a cartoon, like in the style of like Clone Wars,
Oh, that
but
would be
with
awesome.
that look? Oh,
I know.
my God.
It is amazing. Next up
The
is
possibility is hire us.
by yes, yeah. I already put that out into the world. The DC Comics Batman Brave and the Bold number 2. Don't kill him, just a little stab. Which is just a great quote from this. It's got Batman, the winning card by Tom King and Mitch Gerards. Stormwatch Down with Kings and Ed Brisson and Jeff Spokes. The Stormwatch, I got to tell you, the Stormwatch in here is amazing because I happen to be a fan of Stormwatch. You're a fan of The Authority.
Mhm.
I'm a fan of who
Stormwatch.
begat The Authority.
Oh, okay.
We've got Superman Order of the Black Lamp Part 2. These are all Part 2s because it's number 2.
Okay.
And All Things Considered by Joel Jones. This one is really cool because it's Batman staggering into, and there's not a lot to it, but it's really cool. And you see where all of his scars came from. Yeah.
Okay. I can dig it.
I
can dig
I have
it.
a feeling that you could.
John Rivera had it perfect. Star Wars a la Sin City. Yes. There you go, buddy. With Robert Rodriguez.
Next up is X-Men Before the Fall, The Heralds of Apocalypse. And I'm not going to give much away, but and Al Bin Sur, however the hell you say his name, Apocalypse. Been around for a while. Always had heralds. He stole that shtick from Galactus. And his motto is survival of the fittest.
Mhm.
And goddamn, he's pretty badass. So
He's sticking to that motto.
and he is. He can adapt to whatever. That's his mutation, is adapting to whatever is thrown at him. Except, was it him or was it Mr. Sinister, who was particularly vulnerable to Cyclops' optic blasts? I think it was Sinister. And he got over that real quick because why wouldn't he? This is actually beautifully done. It's
This is the first.
the
in
artwork
this
is
line?
it's the first in it's the first of its kind. Heralds of Apocalypse, War and Peace. Al Ewing did the Rotten Chores, and I loved Al Ewing on Immortal Hulk.
Mm.
And Luca Pizzari, Stefano Landini, and Rafael Pimento. I like that name, Pimento.
What do you like about it? What was the?
What do I like about it? I love the idea of survival of the fittest, especially with a species that, a species. Can we call the mutant kind species? I don't know. Let's call them a species. That they were on the brink of extinction and they came back, and now Apocalypse is still playing his little games, survival of the fittest. So
with a people that's already on the verge of near extinction in this version of the X-Men comics.
They're getting close.
They're
getting close again. And this, my favorite of the lot.
This one is cool.
This one is badass. City Boy.
Number 2.
This is numero dos. And yes, this is, we find out where our hero got his powers from.
And a little recap of this dude's powers is he can talk to cities.
And not only that, he can create their avatars out of the cities themselves, which is pretty badass. And now he's being messed with by Intergang, and they want him to use his powers for Darkseid. And just so happens that he taps into Metropolis's soul and creates a living avatar. And Superman ain't happy about that.
Really?
But, yeah.
What does he look like?
What does Superman look like?
No, the avatar.
The avatar, it's not pretty. It looks pretty funky right there. Yeah, you don't really want that thing being pissed off at you now, do you?
No, or representing your city.
No, he sort of looks like a dragon, doesn't he?
Yeah.
So
I like that. I love the premise of that.
So do I.
I think it's such a cool idea.
And since
especially the avatar.
Yes. And since you're reading the Authority, there's a hero who actually predates this gentleman who has the same abilities.
Oh, so is that something that gets like kind of passed along, or a similar just coincidence?
Just coincidence, because that was all alien made. This is, well, alien made too, but different species of alien.
Okay.
So, and that is our top 5 for tonight. And I just wanted to give one shout out. Masquerade number 6 dropped today, and all of our subscribers are getting your stuff by the end of this week. So, thumbs up for that.
Goodies.
Yeah.
That's awesome. No, speaking of the Authority, so you gave me the assignment to read through the book, and I've been very much enjoying. So I do have a lot going on, but I was able to get through about half of the book.
So we'll talk about it next week.
We can talk about it next week, but I just wanted to.
You just pissed off my dog.
Sorry, Doc. I know I'm not there to hang out, man.
No, that's Piper. That's the other one.
No, you pissed off Piper. I'm telling you.
Oh, come on.
Piper
you hear that?
Fight. Speaking of the survival of the fittest, she was one of 276 dogs trapped in a 1-level ranch house.
True.
Yeah, a hoarder home, and she had to she and a bunch of others had to bite through the walls, the plaster walls, and find space for themselves back there so they could survive. So Piper will.
She's pretty metal.
There's our comic book. Jesus, based on a true story of your dog.
No, seriously.
She looks cute,
but also, but she's a fucking rat dog. Also,
I like how you did that. Yes.
Know better than to not do your homework.
Yes, I'm really liking this book. The way that Mike described this to me when he first handed me the book was like, this is a blockbuster movie in literary form, and it is 100% that. The book literally opens with the destruction of Moscow, like just full on, just decimation.
Yeah,
and it just keeps going from there, and it's nuts. And there's just ideas in this world that I was like, I would have never considered to call it that, like the bleed, for example.
That's great, right?
Like I was just like, what?
The bleed is how you get into the multiverse,
and it's the spots in between it.
Yeah,
is what it is. And I was like, what a name! Like what a name for that. But I'm digging the way that these characters interact so far, and it's just the way that this reads. This makes me more and more excited to see what James Gunn does with the Authority.
Yes.
But then the first thing I told you off air when we were talking before the show was that there's one director who I know would be perfect for this if it's not going to be James, and that's Matthew Vaughn, who did Kingsman. and I feel like he could knock this book out the park.
Yes, he could.
Especially because he's already worked with the Mike Miller.
Mark
Miller. There you go.
Miller, who took over the Authority after. So yes.
So I have thoughts for sure. This has been a great read so far.
Awesome. I'm glad.
Do we got some homework? Do we have anything to promote, Jules?
Yes, I
Well,
can
you have
say,
to finish.
speaking of great reads, Masquerade
Adventure?
number 6 is on the shelves of hopefully your local comic book shop, certainly at the Stash.
Were we on mute?
No. Were we on mute?
Were we on mute? We just said that, honey.
Oh.
And we told our subscribers that you haven't been paying attention.
You did?
She never
Oh my
listens. We
gosh.
just caught you. I caught you. I knew it. She doesn't listen to me.
This never happens, dude. I'm kind of stunned. I'm not gonna lie. This is crazy.
That's awesome.
I don't know what to do.
Gotcha, baby.
I'm
Hey,
scared.
listen, hold on. In my own defense in marketing, you have to
You know
tell
what?
people something 7 times. Look at this cute dog, okay, everybody?
There you
Oh.
go. Hypnotic. Oh, yeah, she ran away.
Nothing bad
She's
ever
like-
happened.
Yeah, she's like, arr.
Oh man, everyone's like, Julia got caught. But yeah, no. Is there anything else? Well, I mean,
We have this weekend.
we have this weekend, and then we have at Smod Castle, we have Watch with Kev. We're showing Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny. That's gonna be awesome.
And the shows or the movies that made Kev.
Yep.
This weekend is Blues Brothers, who I know.
Yes.
And
my
I know
favorites,
that
bro.
Ernie O'Donnell loves this movie, so he's going to be like, "Fuck you all, get out of my way! If I don't get a chair, I'm going to kick all of your asses." So that's
Ernie and me. I oh my God, Blues Brothers
love
is
the Blues Brothers.
Blues Brothers to me is probably in my top 5 movies of all time.
It's in my top 10.
It makes me laugh almost every time. It's just so good.
It is.
I love the straight-laced humor about the Blues Brothers, but I've also never seen it on a big screen.
Oh, wow.
So this will be a real treat, and
That's
I'm
awesome.
really excited. I'm excited to see which version they play too, because there's a couple of versions that float out in
Yeah.
the ether, and I'm
hoping
like,
they play the long
yeah, I want the bigger,
director's cut.
essentially,
Yeah, the Landis cut.
which explains where the Bluesmobile gets its powers from.
Yeah.
but yeah, we have that. We're showing the Clerks cartoon. Unfortunately, that one's sold out, which is why we're not promoting that one as much anymore. But then on Sunday, what's our last event?
That's the movies that made us. The movies
Yeah,
that
Blues
made
Brothers. Yeah, you're right.
And also we have that signing, which is completely sold out too. So we got a
we're
excited.
loaded weekend.
Yeah, it's going to be
Yeah,
a big
it's
weekend.
busy.
I'm excited about our posters. That's going to be big. So if you're lucky enough, I'm you know what I'm going to put a strict three per person. Yeah,
Yeah.
you only buy 3. Sorry.
I think that's fair, though.
Yeah.
I mean,
I think that's pretty fair.
yeah.
But Jules, anything else? Anything else you want to ignore about us?
Well, no, I think you've covered everything beautifully, guys. Great job. I'll see everyone.
You'll see everybody on Saturday.
I'll see everyone Saturday.
The
and
hostess
Sunday.
with the mostest.
Yes.
And I'll be running
And,
around
oh,
like
by
a
the way,
lunatic.
did you? Oh, okay. I know. I was paying very close attention, but I may have missed this one small detail. Did you let folks know that they can come and shop after the event wraps both days?
I did not. And
Okay.
She got
they-
us
It
there.
will be open on. Okay, so the event is scheduled to run until 4:00. It may run a little over
On Saturday.
depending on on Saturday on July 1st, depending on how things go, how the flow goes. But once the last guests for the event have left, the stash will open, and we will be open from that point until we feel like closing. So if there's a line and we're open till 7, that's fine. If it's 7:30 and we get tired and bored, we're going to be like, okay, get the fuck out. We're done. Sunday, but we will be open for everyone to come in. But while the event's going on, only guests.
Yes.
Guests only. So Sunday, same thing from noon to 2, when the event's 2-ish, when the event wraps, will be open for guests only. But after that, the store will be open for shopping
5,
and hanging
yes.
out and having some good time.
Until 5 or 6. No, 5. I think 5 is fair.
Until 5. Yeah. That's plenty of time for people for the rest of the day.
Yeah, and I believe that if and I'm not saying that Kevin's going to be there, but Ross Brewing has got some people going over there.
Oh yes, there will be an open house at Ross Brewing on Sunday. And
Saturday.
It really depends.
Saturday.
I mean, I know that Kevin's been trying to get out there
Saturday.
because of the Secret Stash beer. I think there's a
There's
Shop
Secret Stash
beer and
beer,
a Smodcastle beer, right?
Montcastle beer,
Yeah.
and there's also a Quick Stop.
Yeah.
Quick Stop.
So I think Kevin's going to try to make it, but his schedule's his schedule, so we'll have to just play that by ear. But if anyone's in the area and is looking to grab a couple of like really, really nice brews outdoors, right
in between
the
the marathon.
Yeah. Yep. You could do that. And the store will be open on Monday the 3rd, but we will be closed in observance of July 4th. So just for everyone's knowledge.
That's true.
Yep. That's it.
That's it. That's all. Get the hell out of my house.
That's all I got.
Well, thank you guys for another episode of Live from the Secret Stash. Guys, it's always a pleasure being here. You already know what the drill is.
It's always a pleasure. And get the hell out of my house.
What he said. Good night, everybody.
Hey kids, we're live at the Secret Stash with Mike, Julia, and Christian. It's a hella bash. Tune in and check out the podcast. We got the nerd button on repeat and we're gonna smash. Come on in and I can show you that we're open. Shoe polish on our signs cause our locks are always broken. You need that view askew? You know we got you, dude. Showing gratitude and always smiling, never rude. Top 5 movie reviews and what's new. We bringing out the big guns when we coming through. Welcome to the stage. Come on, enjoy the day. Hurry up, don't come in late. You know we love it, the sacred thing.